Hi, it's Jay Fisher. I thought take a moment and share with everyone the structure of the systems that we're all using to report quality data to the Wisconsin IPA. As you know, C3 Partners is the vendor who's doing the background work, and C3 Partners has a couple of different systems that providers will use depending on their environment. Some providers will submit data directly into a system called the C3 Analytics. This is generally going to be those providers who have our data into our registry system, which creates quality measure data from encounters. So if you don't have a system of your own that creates quality measures, we do that for you with the registry system. A second group of providers who have electronic health records or QCDR or other registries where you're already reporting quality measures will put your data directly into our intermediate system called Macromonitor. And then ultimately, everything gets put into a customized WIPA dashboard, which is really a Google sheet that has the analytics and the format that the IPA needs to be able to report internally as well as to outside stakeholders. So let's start taking a look at each of those systems and see how they work and who'll use them. So the first of them is the C3 Analytics registry system. The registry system is basically for clients without electronic health records or who have an EHR system that doesn't report the quality measures that the IPA needs. If you're one of these clients, then you're generally going to be reporting data from your billing system or sometimes from uh, manual spreadsheets that you'll create using tools that we help to provide on top of your billing systems. But basically, this is encounter level, patient encounter level data, where a biller or a clinic person will need to add codes we call G codes into the billing content, and each of those G codes identifies for each encounter whether or not it meets the requirements of a particular measure. Once that coded data is ready, data, and you'll log into the C3 analytics system to upload your coded encounter files. And we have a separate video on how to go about doing that. Once your data is in the C3 analytics registry system, that system will take over from there. It'll take all the encounters and roll them up into measures, and then create those quality measures which get posted into Macromonitor. Now, there's a second way that data gets posted into Macromonitor, and that is for clinics with an EHR or QCDR that reports on the necessary quality measures. Those providers have it a little bit easier. All they have to do is find the report. Generally, it's a spreadsheet. It's almost always going to be a spreadsheet or a CSV in the EHR or that the QCDR will generate for you that displays your quality measures. And in this case, if you send us quality measures that are above and beyond what's in the WIPA data set, that's okay. We'll be able to filter down and use just the correct one. So it's whichever process makes it easiest for you. And also later on, we've got another video that'll show how to actually log into Macromonitor to upload the report that was created by the EHR or the QCDR. Sometimes you'll have to restructure that report a little bit, which generally just means moving around the column sequence in the that your system created. And that'll put the content in Macromonitor. And from Macromonitor, everything gets uploaded into the customized WIPA dashboard. And you all should have already viewed a video that describes what that dashboard is and how it works for you. So hopefully this video gives you an idea of an overview of how the WIPA reporting environment works, with the goal of understanding which of these different systems you should be expecting to use. If you don't have an EHR, you're going to be probably loading your data into the C3 Analytics registry system after having gone through and done some manual coding of your billing content. If you do have an EHR, that EHR is almost certainly going to be able to generate a report that we can use, and you'll be able to upload directly to Macromonitor. Either way, that content automatically gets updated by the C3 Partners team into the WIPA dashboard where the IPA level analytics happen. So there's one thing I just noticed that I thought I'd append onto this video. Um, in the process of uploading your data to the WIPA system, regardless of whether it's EHR data or registry data, sometimes the source system that you're using will give you a measure ID number that you don't recognize. There's CMS has about three different ways that quality measures can be indexed or referenced. So one of the things that we've done is if you're looking here at the WIPA educational website, and here's the page that we're on right now. See this link here that says measure cross references? If you click into this, what you're going to see is you're going to get a little spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet that shows all the possible measures for WIPA. Um, and this column, in column A, is the measure ID that you're going to have to use when you upload your content into the WIPA system. Most of the time, your EHR or your registry provider, your billing provider is going to be using this measure ID. So most of the time, you're just fine. But every now and again, you're going to see a measure number that looks a little bit different. And it's going to take a form something like this. It's going to say CMS 142, maybe it'll be 142 V12. Sometimes it'll say ECQM 142. And when that happens, when you see that, come on out here, take a look at the measure cross reference, find that ID that you don't recognize that CMS is providing over here, and in the spreadsheet that you use to upload to the WIPA systems, be sure and use the value that's over here in column A rather than the value that shows in column C. That'll make sure you're always getting the right content.